I got one of those colds where your nose is clogged up, yet it's running. It's so annoying.
Yeah, you got the thick, high snot, and then the low, thin snot.
It feels like water is dripping from my nose, but I can't breathe out of the damn thing.
Yeah, I go with Afrin right away. As soon as my nose clogs, Afrin. They say not to use it more than 3 days in a row. I say, F that parade. I need to breathe today.
Is that the addictive spray stuff?
I'm sure it is. I don't use it as much as I claim to, but
Yeah.
if I need it 4 days in a row, I use it that fourth day. Back of the label be damned.
So the warden has one of those spray things, and I thought it was going to be a mist, but it turned out to feel like a fire jet squirting the back of my brain. I wasn't expecting it. It was a bit jarring.
Did you taste it?
I might have tasted it.
Did it come out your mouth a little bit?
Yeah.
They sell these pumps. I don't know if you've seen them, and it's supposed to be like a douche for your nose, and it'll squirt in and it comes out the other side of the nostril. Have you seen those kits?
Is it the neti pot?
What do you call it?
Was it neti pot?
Yep, that's the one.
That's not a pump. That's a pot.
Yeah, I got confused. Whatever. It's a blue. It's a blue pot. You heat up water. You put those packets in, and then you turn your head to one side, put it into your nostril, and pour it in, and then it comes out the other nostril.
Yeah.
But it isn't always that it clear. It'll sometimes clog it even worse.
So that pump you have, what's that for then?
That's I thought that was the that's the naughty pot. That's the naughty pump.
That's for pumping up little Eloy.
The neti pump. That's some new stuff he got from Europe.
Just a second, lady.
It's the sniffle cast.
Yeah, I thought we were going to try to be a higher themed podcast, and isn't this
we try so hard, but it's just
I can't help it that you slip up and say that you have a little pump, and then you try to backtrack like it didn't happen.
No, because you're in your mind you're thinking, all these images. I don't even want to mention the series of images that I was going to say that link up to, and you're thinking all these things. And in the worst case scenarios, you should think innocently. You should think of things in an innocent way, as opposed to leather, whips, and chains.
Wow.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Wow.
Leave my little naughty pot pump alone.
Naughty pump.
My naughty pump. New from the makers of Neti Pot. We give you Nutty Pump. Naughty Pump. Just in time for Christmas. Operators are standing by.
You ever play that game, Mr. Bucket?
Oh, that's the one that Ryan used to play as a kid with his friends with the jugs?
No. Mr. Bucket is I have a theory about Mr. Bucket Bales is that the commercials are only out around Christmas.
Okay. I just love the theme song.
They changed it.
They did?
Yeah, it's not the same because I love the old theme song too. And
Bucket.
Yeah,
The balls pop out of my mouth.
Yep, exactly. And me and my wife just had this conversation like 2 days ago. We were watching a commercial. It was when we were in the hotel for Thanksgiving out there in Pittsburgh, because we don't really watch TV that's not streaming. So it was like, network style TV where we were getting the commercials while the kids were watching the cartoons, and it was for Mr. Bucket. And I was like, why in the world would they change one of the best theme songs ever? I was like, that was great. I was like, it's the same commercial. It's not like Mr. Bucket Reloaded.
What is the Mr. Bucket?
It's his toy, and he just kind of like walks around on the floor, and you try to throw stuff in his big dumb bucket head.
Yeah, the kids are supposed to pick up the balls from the floor and put them in his head, but he has like a timer where he spits them back out of his mouth.
Oh,
So it's like it keeps the little kids busy. But the song was "The balls pop out of my mouth."
Yeah.
And then some
Buckets are fun.
Some guy on YouTube did a metal version of it. It was hilarious. Oh,
I saw this rock and roll heavy metal version of You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, earlier today. And you would think it wouldn't be applicable, but they made it like heavy metal.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was good. The guy's vocals were insanely awesome.
Is it on the tubes of you?
No, it's on the Books of F.
Oh.
Um.
Think you'll let me use it for a video? That would make a great Christmas video.
Oh, dude, it was so awesome, dude. The guy's voice is like, what was that? Remember back in the early 90s, my favorite decade, they had that band with a guy with the low Crash Test Dummies.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, I hated his vocals. Well, this guy's got a low, although a lot of people love that. I just thought it was just ridiculous. I like the higher scream. Yeah! You know, he's like, so, but this guy's got that low, deep voice, but he belts it. So it's like a perfect balance, dude. It reminded me somehow of the power of Chris Cornell. That power,
Yeah.
he has that. Boy, I'll have to look and see if I can find. Oh, it was Robin. It was Robin Jacobson that shared that one video. I'll link it to you guys.
Okay.
When I find it.
Sounds fabulous. Not as fabulous as Mr. Bucket, but
yeah. Maybe we could get like a sponsorship. Now that we're officially in season 3. Officially, woo! That was, you guys are supposed to celebrate too.
I was hoping you just add something in post.
Oh, okay.
I'm celebrating.
I'm not that good. We don't have our computer magic man anymore. This is crude.
Oh,
I do everything behind the scenes, analog on tape.
You have like a Foley stage.
Yep.
Punch and lettuce.
Yeah, taping tapes together with little pieces of Scotch tape.
A razor blade deck.
Yeah, splicing stuff.
I like it.
I'm doing it old school.
So we were all supposed to bring one thought, idea, topic, something curious that we've seen. Do you guys have any?
Of course I do. But you go first.
What I mean by do you guys, I mean Bales, do you have any?
I just talked about Mr. Bucket.
Oh, that was your one, Mr. Bucket? Okay, well, all right. I was about to say shit. I didn't want to be the first one to say a bad word on our new season.
Oh, shit.
Now you're the second.
Yeah.
Well, the one that I brought, I had come across a video of a lady from I don't know where, whether it's Holland or frickin' who knows, somewhere up there, in the netherworld, Norway. It could be. So the lady, she believes she's a cat, and she dresses like a cat, and she walks like a cat around town. She hangs out with her friends. She's wearing a cat getup, and I couldn't help to think to myself that I don't buy it.
Like fabric, or are we talking leather cat suit?
Oh no, this was horrendous. Like plush. Think plushy.
So she's a furry.
Furry full time.
I guess that's what you call it, yeah.
This reminds me of a joke real quick by a comedian named Dimitri Martin. He's like, when I was younger, he's like, my mother referred to one of her friends as a cat person. I was very upset when I met her, very disappointed when I finally met her.
Because she was actually a cat.
Well, she wasn't like a cat person, but when you're like 4 or 5 years old and your mom goes, "Oh, she's a cat person," you're like, your mind goes to fantastical, ridiculous places of being like, "It's that full size cat people like on TV?" Because half of the stuff you're watching when you're little is like, yeah, I guess there could be full size walking talking cat people like I see on 3 of the 4 shows I watch.
Well, I don't know, man. I just, to me, when I saw that, I didn't buy it that she would psychologically. Obviously, that's some sort of I mean, some people would say nowadays that that's perfectly normal, I guess. But boy, I couldn't picture, I guess what would it be? Identifying as a cat person?
You think she's faking it?
Totally, dude. Or hot? Maybe what?
She hot?
No.
She a 3-beer?
No, she's all right. She's all right. She's heavy set, lady, young girl, and it's just, I swear to you, dude, she purrs like a cat. It's a total. No, I don't know.
Does she crawl around on all fours?
Yeah, dude.
Rub herself on company's legs?
Yeah, she saw a dog at a train station in the documentary, and she starts like.
Okay, I got a question. Is there any sort of litter box situation?
Oh my goodness, I don't think they talked about that. But
Oh, okay. I had to ask. You said you watched the documentary.
well,
I
no,
didn't-
well, it was like a little mini sort of news thing. But I would now that would be pushing it if she did that to convince me. I don't think. Do you guys know about that? Furbies,
Furries.
furries, and that's an actual official thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And you guys like
People that like to dress up like furries and do it.
right, but they know they're humans.
Yeah, they're LARPing. They're role playing.
They're
Okay.
having weird mascot sex.
Yeah.
Damn. I don't know, man. That to me just to each his own, but I just saw it and I found it ridiculous. So I wanted to bring that to the table.
Here's my take on that situation. I think all that stuff is a bit strange to me, but I'm doing my best to keep an open mind about things, because if I can't keep an open mind and accept things at 37, I think the future is just going to make my head explode. So I just kind of have to figure out how to roll with it and be like, well, it's okay. You want to be a cat lady? You be a cat lady.
Yeah, I mean, because we don't know what's coming around down the pike.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know what I mean? One day I may be at the store and have to be like, excuse me, cat person, I'd like a number 2 with a Coke. Wonderful. Thank you. Rare.
They might as well be cats. They always get the friggin' order.
All your shit off the counter.
Oh yeah.
That's a good one, Bales. Just
Stupid cats.
batting around the receipt.
I mean, what other lifestyles that are strange that you guys know about that are new? Because that's new. That's something new. That's not like something that's been around for a long, right?
I don't know. I've seen some stuff.
Okay.
I've seen some stuff, Eloy.
Oh, but
We're waiting with bated breath here, Balesy.
I went to one of these expos that was like a B&D expo, I guess.
a bed.
Bondage.
Oh,
And this dude was a leathersmith, leathersmith, and he had full masks. And one of them was a full-size horse mask with an integrated gag ball.
that is horrible.
Yep. And you could get the accompanying saddle, crop, some spurs.
And I'm sure he's selling out of those on Etsy.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness, dude.
There's fetishes of where people want to be babies and they'll like have their partners or whatever put them down for naps or change them. It's weird. Some weird stuff, dude.
Yeah, well, you know what the best part is about things that happen behind closed doors? The doors are closed. That's the way I feel about it. Like, do you? And you don't need to be ashamed of what you do. But at the same time, we don't need to have a parade for every weirdo thing you've got going on. Just kind of keep it to yourself. I get it.
Yeah.
But just, kind of do you over here. Like, there's plenty of things I like to do, and I don't need anybody to like be like, hey, that's great. I don't need that. Like I said, don't be ashamed of yourself, but maybe not stick it in my face with everything we have going on.
That's a different fetish.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm into. So, I'm the don't stick it in my face fetish.
Well, I mean,
Way less popular than the other way around.
well, I mean, I guess there could be worse things than sitting on a couch drinking a beer in your diapers as a grown-ass man, So the pamper thing. Oh, it's babies. That you said you didn't even mention Pampers.
They want to be treated like babies.
Yeah, and then they go to work in a suit and tie and all
Yeah.
professional.
Yep.
And when they get they open the door, they get out of the car. Hey, Bob, how you doing, Tim? The neighbor, and he opens the door, and then change.
Wow, I don't know if it's like an instant transformation over the threshold, but maybe.
I mean, it's insane.
You want to know what my take is? This is weird shit people get into when they don't have children.
Oh crap!
I just these are my thoughts. I can't even let my mind like go into that direction because it's like what's your fetish? I like to come home and try to clean as much of the house as I can before these little bastards destroy it again.
No, you're just trying to keep the ship afloat.
Right, exactly. I can't imagine like being like, and then once we put the kids to bed, me and Mrs. Doc dress up like Scooby Doo, and we no, there's just I
Mrs.
just don't have
Doc dresses
energy.
up like an owl, and I see how many Tootsie Pops I can fit in my butt. But we can't do that anymore because the kids might walk in.
Right, exactly. So we've had to give that up. That's just one of these are the sacrifices that I've made.
Is that a licorice Tootsie Pop? Smiling back at me.
Yeah, it tastes like Anna's.
Hey, call back to last year. Wow.
Call back to season 2.
Can we do that? Can we cross seasons?
We can.
Yeah, just cross the seasons.
We've crossed the streams.
I don't recommend, if you're into that butt play, don't use blow pops.
Oh,
Holy
yeah.
smokes, Bales.
Might blow some bubbles.
You know,
No
the more I talk to
Write that down. No blow pops.
I'm writing it down. Right, that might be the name of this episode.
the more I talk to you guys, or more to Bales, the more I'm quite boring, dude. I'm quite content with like normal stuff, but like the whole leather and the craziness, I mean, that's insane. It totally is. I'm not suggesting anything, but
Might be right around the corner for you, buddy. You got no kids.
Yeah, but I mean, but I'm still not. Even the domination stuff, it's not. It's like sure, a little, but not full on ball gag and leather gimp thing, and like just sitting there with a. I don't. To each their own, but I don't know. And the cat thing and all. I can't even imagine, dude. I couldn't imagine. Now,
Eloy, I sorry to cut you off, but we're 10 years from like Batman. Like you identify as a Batman, and I'm going to go around as a Batman. This is going to be multiple people are just going to be Batman. Well, we're gonna have to deal with that. You're going to be able to go to work dressed like Batman, and everyone's going to be like, "Oh, he identifies as Batman."
Oh, totally. So I was gonna say that. So I dated this girl, and first it was talking. We worked in the same place, just not in the same job, but we were in the same, building. And so we hung out one evening. It was the first time we hung out, and we got a little hot and heavy and stuff. And she proceeded to claw into my back. At first, I was like, Eloy, like in my mind, like I'm here, trying, and I'm like, Eloy, yeah, that's a little okay, fine. That's what you be a macho man. It's okay. But then she kept clawing like savage, like painful, and I'm like, no, I don't like this. I don't frickin' like this stuff. So I've seen that, But
Wait, so what'd you do? You can't leave us hanging.
What?
Did you just cut it off and go back to watching TV, or did you
I did
flip
not.
her over and smack her across the ass? That's what I would have done.
I did not cut it off.
Okay.
Wow.
So you just kept taking the claws to the back?
I told her go. Can you dig a little bit less? And she that's what she liked, But I didn't like that, It's like imagine you're in the throes of love, and somebody's hitting you over the head with a frickin' cast iron frickin' skillet and stuff. Isn't this great? You don't want to feel pain. You want to be in it, feel pleasure, not pain.
I probably would have went with ouch.
That
would have been my move. Excuse me, but could you not do that maybe so hard? But because you're digging into my flesh, I need that back for sleeping and for a lot of things, and that hurts.
Yeah, forget that.
Yeah, I don't want to be. That's a red flag right there. If the girl you're getting down with gets off on hurting you, that's nothing for her other than to be like, yeah, take that. Ouch. No good. No bueno.
I don't know the psychology behind that other than it's I guess dominating, issuing pain. It's just too militant, It's too Cambodian frickin' I can't do it.
You still have her phone number?
I'll send it right over.
Sounds fun.
I don't know, man. I hope you're joking.
Not really.
Dude, pain?
Doesn't sound that bad to me. Just some fingernails.
No, dude.
Come on, Eloy. Toughen up.
Well, that's what I did at first. I said, okay, I don't like this, but I'm just gonna, because there's a dual situation going on. There's pleasure going on, but then it's like all I can think of is the freaking nails digging into my back, and that I can't handle, dude. I don't like that. A little, and I'm not talking about a little tappy tap. I'm talking about like just, and then
Yeah.
I'm, oh, so what's yours, Doc? Your
my talking point. I wanted to talk about cigarettes.
Okay.
And what brought this on was I was driving home today, and slow in an intersection, and I was checking out some car that was coming up the street, and lady she just threw a cigarette out the window, and I was just thinking to myself the whole ride home, I was like, how is that like still acceptable in people's heads in 2018, that don't litter, don't smoke anywhere, but somehow if you're smoking you can litter? That one, I thought that was funny. And then where did either one of you guys smoke ever?
No.
Oh, ever? Yeah.
Yeah, at a party. If I'd had to go.
No. I'm saying, were you ever like a cigarette smoker? I have a pack of cigarettes with my lighter.
No.
Yep. I'd roll it up on my sleeve, 1950s style.
Johnny Cakes.
Yeah.
Hey, pony boy.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Stay golden.
Hey, I listen. That's how I walk the streets of Miami with that rolled up on my freaking sleeve. And I smoked Marlboro Reds, and I went up to like a pack and a half a day, I think it was, and I just stopped one day, and that was the end of it.
Yeah.
And that was like when I was a teenager. In high school, it was like smoking like fiends. No smoking allowed. Everybody smoked. I don't know about your high schools.
I never got into that.
No?
Nope.
I smoked for a while. Probably started when I was like 19. Probably smoked for 10 years.
Damn.
Yeah.
I did the occasional cigar with a neighbor, but he's moved away, so.
Yeah, I was pack a day plus for a while. Then I brought it down to not the best idea I've ever had. I finally gotten over the weight gain roller coaster at the back end of quitting.
It's a tough thing, dude, because you have to quench your nervousness with something, and food is like, and there's never enough food to quench it, because the pleasure of food, believe it or not, nicotine is quite the drug.
Oh yeah, that was the best cigarette, was after you eat.
After everything. Yeah.
For me it was after I ate. It was like nothing, like, oh, I just ate a big meal, I need a cigarette.
For you,
that was the hardest one to quit.
It was after having sex with a pterodactyl.
Yeah. But as far as the trash throwing things, here in Sweetwater, and I guess it's all over, I don't know about your guys' area, but there's a lot of people just throw shit out the window, and they'll throw it in your green area as if, everything you could imagine.
Wait, is green area your lawn?
Well, it's outside the boundaries of the fence, and it's easement.
Okay. Yeah.
It's the easement area but they'll throw freaking empty soda, be it glass or paper, styrofoam, freaking parts, like random freaking hardware, just everything you could imagine. They just toss it. Beer, not a problem. Toss it. And it's like, and then on top of that, the Miami Herald passes by. I'm not subscribed to them, and they fill my yard boom, 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 every morning. And it's like, I'm not subscribed to these people. So it's like,
I don't want your damn papers.
Well, I don't, unless we ran out of toilet paper. That's all that's good for, really. As sacrilegious as it might sound, but we got the internet, man.
Can't you use it to like cover your table when you do finishing or something?
Yeah, but guess what? That's another thing. The mail brings you all the advertisements and I don't know about your guys' area, but we get it from all the supermarkets, all the stores, all the hamburger joints, everything, furniture store, everything, and so we end up with like huge stack of friggin' papers, you know. So they're not very nice in keeping the trash until they get home around here. How about your guys' area? Are they tidy or?
I don't see people throwing trash out their windows, but around the yards in my neighborhood, it's those stupid nip bottles everywhere.
What are those?
Like the single serving alcohol.
Oh,
They call them nips up here.
oh, okay.
An airline bottle.
Yeah. I don't know why they call them nips.
I think I've heard that. Around here, it's not too bad. You get beer cans, from people just losing them as they're riding around.
Losing them.
Well, I'm saying losing them out the window. Just, it's not so bad. What you get around here is like on the side of the highway, people leave like couches and shit.
Oh yeah,
that's a big thing around here. It's like, who would leave that here? Or you get like a country road at the end of the cul-de-sac. Someone will like have just dumped. Like, not that long ago, I saw a trampoline.
I mean, come on.
Did it work? Did you jump on it?
No, I had to cut to in my head some ridiculous upcycling project starring a trampoline, and then I forgot about the project and just kept going.
That's probably a good idea.
Oh, it was a great idea to let it go, but what'd you make out of it?
They throw furniture here too. It's annoying as hell. Yeah, there's just too many people, and you're gonna have trash. Plus, we have the kids from the university dumping crap all over the place as well, so it's impossible. But it looks like at least Bales's area seems to be a very decent, all-round Pleasantville type area.
I didn't say that.
You guys have no.
I live right next to the what's called the Great Esker, which is a national park, and a bunch of homeless people live in there in like tents and man-made shelters. So
Really?
they're always walking around, and like half a block away from me is a halfway house, and up the road is a shady hotel that's infamous for robberies and hookers.
Wow, your
So we
area
got
sounds fun.
I got some grunge going on here.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Yeah, it's good times.
Damn.
And then the other day, I go outside and there's this dude burning palm fronds.
But I looked out the jealousy windows, and what did I see? There's this guy.
I'll remember it forever. It'll always be, what is it, recorded for posterity in the scratched logs.
Yeah, captain's log. Now, did you see before I threw that video in the chat, and he was like, "Oh, we should talk about that." I was like, "We talked about that last week."
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh yeah, right." I thought that was hilarious. Like, again, I should have left it go and be like, "Yeah, we should totally talk about that."
He's not the brightest bulb.
No, he forgets himself.
I'm bright enough to know when not to get offended from an insult. Did I tell you guys what happened maybe a week ago with the ducks?
No.
So I've lived here all my life, and basically all my life, right? And we have a canal and we have ducks, and it leads to the Everglades, and there's ducks and there's frogs and toads and all sorts of different, there's snakes and alligators every now and then. We even see manatees once in a blue moon, and so goatfish, all that. But it's a one single solitary canal that runs clear across Florida, to be honest with you. And we're like at the halfway, we're at the quarter mark of it. And so there's drains all over the city now, for runoff the water. And I hear these freaking banging, loud banging, bam, boom, bam. I'm like, what the hell? I'm sitting here, and it's like all clear across, the other end of the property. And I go out to investigate, and I'll walk over, and, there's two girls and a guy, and the guy's lifting the, I guess the grill. What do you call that? The manhole.
Yep.
The square ones that have they're kind of like raked with holes.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to. And he's lifting it up and stuff, and I'm like, right, and this is like right in front of my It's actually part of my property, but it's like easement, so it's like city can conduct its like sewer or whatever the hell it needs to do. And I'm like, what are you guys doing? And the guy's like this yo-yo guy there lifting up the thing, and the two young girls politely say, "There's little ducks that fell into the hole, and we're fishing them out one at a time." And she shows me an actual fish tank net, which if you stretch your arm plus the fish tank net down into that hole, you still won't reach, not even, well, you won't do anything because it's deep. But she was doing it, and I said, well, look, there's this drain goes out to the canal, so they could find their way towards the canal and meet up with mom. But either way, and the guy started getting huffy and stuff. And I said, but you have to be careful because you can't, if you leave it uncovered, somebody will trip and fall in there, And the guy goes, oh, we're not doing nothing. He went into this whole thing of Macho Man Ghetto, and while I didn't much, appreciate that attitude from the guy, this is basically, long story short, he came by, saw the two girls figuring that, and he wanted to be Mr. Macho Man for the two girls and stuff, and he could care less about the darn ducks and stuff. You could tell he was an idiot. But long story short, we get animals that fall in there, and they just come out, through the canal. And we have plenty of ducks out here that walk the streets and get, unfortunately, run over as well. Not to mention get eaten by other animals and stuff. So yeah, that happened last week.
So you didn't get the ducks out?
No, I basically was sort of hinting to them to put the frickin' man cover, the thing back on and get the hell away from the area. They were making so much noise, dude, because he was trying to lift the thing, it would keep falling, and that's when I came out to investigate what the hell.
That's like city property, man. You can't be touching that.
Yeah.
That's a watershed. That's like federal. You can't touch that shit, dude. You got to get out of here.
Well, I didn't go that extreme, but I said, look, not to burst your bubble, but because they looked incredulous when I said that there's an exit, and I'm like, listen, like, and they were looking at me like, and I said, listen, like if I was being an ass, and I said, listen, do you think you guys are the first ones to try to salvage little creatures here in this area? I've been here all my life, and believe you me, we've rescued dogs. We've rescued dogs, we've rescued birds, we've rescued cats, we've rescued ducks. The list just goes on and on and on and on. And do you guys think that you're the first ones to have compassion? I told them, because I started getting pissed off, and they got the hint, and they took off. The ducks, if they don't have their mama, they're done, But yeah, a week prior, there were two jerkwads catching iguanas. I did tell you about that one, yeah?
Yeah, you said that there were people trying to catch iguanas.
Yeah, that's the problem with this area. There's always an idiot, an asshat, trying to sort of reinvent a wheel that doesn't need to be reinvented. Coming up with asinine things to just screw up And so the guy with the fire, these idiots, the iguana guys. So there's always something. Expect something if you live in Sweetwater. It's that sort of town.
If you live in Sweetwater, I suggest, unless you're one of them college kids, that you not live in Sweetwater.
I would that would be a wise thing.
The more you know. Dun, 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 dun.
Did you just sing the Incredible Hulk theme song?
Yeah, he did.
No, that's different.
No way, that was the end. When he's walking all lonely down the road.
No, that's dun, 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 dun.
That's what you sang.
You did mix the two, but I just accepted it as it's a good connection.
Whatever. I'll edit all this out. Make myself sound like a genius.
Well, don't do that.
It's gonna be.
I'll do whatever I want. You'll deal with it.
You're the one wearing a black hat that says support blue collar. Why is it on a blue hat? Doesn't make any sense.
Because I got the black one because it matches my black sweatshirt
And your black heart.
and my black beard.
Ooh. That won't last for long.
No. Vote Doc for Santa 2035.
It won't be that long.
That's right. Time's a flying.
2025, probably.
Yeah, but I won't be old enough to pull off Santa 2025. No, I'd still be too young. I would imagine 2035 is when I'll have my Santa look about me.
I think a young Santa. That'd be in.
A young spry Santa.
No, he'll still be fat, just not old.
Fat, I can do that. I could be fat Santa by 2019. I can turn that over in a month.
There you go.
No problem. I can skate into 2019 35 pounds heavier if that's what the role calls for.
I'm gonna type in leather.
Leather Santa?
Hellbent for
Leather Santa suit and see if it exists.
you know it does.
Someone could make it, that's for sure.
You know what? It doesn't, but I'm looking at some ridiculous leather stuff. Well, it doesn't on the first walkthrough here.
So your leather reindeer and your little gimp elf.
Well, I was wrong. Smithy's black vinyl bah humbug Santa suit.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's no way there's not one.
Yeah.
Yep, it's leather and it's black. Black and red.
So excited.
It exists.
What kind of price tag are we talking here, Eloy?
Well, I'll tell you right now. It's at Sears too. Oh man. Continue shopping. Let me see. I'm trying temporarily. What's it saying? Continue shopping.
I can't wait to see the ads that are going to pop up in your Facebook and Instagram feeds now.
It's temporarily unavailable, but you may also has things in the $49 price range. So
Actually, the thing that sucks about this, we're talking about it, so now all this shit's going to pop up in my stupid feed too.
oh, dude, like there's no leather and lace stuff on your feed.
Yeah, but now I can blame it on you.
Oh yeah, I see.
So in other words, like, why are there butt plugs all over the place? Oh, freaking Eloy.
Oh, you're the one that just said butt plugs. I can't. Oh, and now I said it. Oh crap, Doc, you're gonna have to say it so that it's all even, Steven.
Oh, what's that?
Say the word.
What word?
Dang you, Doc.
I wasn't paying attention for a second. I'm sorry, I spaced out.
Okay. Say the word butt.
But
And then say the word plug.
oh, butt plug.
There you go. Okay, now his
Yeah.
feed will also be full of that.
I talk to, this reminds me, I talk to my parents' Alexa all the time about cranberry farming. And
Really?
and they get ridiculous ads on all of their devices.
Wait,
about,
so you just go over to their house and just start rambling about cranberry farming for the hell of it?
Yep. My son's waking up or whatever, but then I'll be like, search for, and my parents have no clue where it comes from, and all their pop-up ads are about cranberry farming equipment. And I don't know who I picked that up from. Someone was a YouTuber was talking about cranberry farming. I think it might have been AVE. So I think I picked that up and I started to, because it's a good subject matter, because no one talks about it. So you can really see if they're mining the data, or how much data is being mined, or what they're trying to push to you.
All of it.
I'd be sprinkling some really racy stuff in at my parents' house if they had one of those.
Yeah, my kids see some of that stuff too. I talk about professional wrestling, and my dad always says, "Oh man, I saw a cool T-shirt." I was like, "They'll be clicking on them ads, old man." I was like, "It's just to look at."
Wait a second. Wasn't it you that mentioned something about Andre the Giant the other day?
Oh yeah.
And I started getting all kinds of feeds about Andre the Giant videos and advertisements.
Did we talk about that on the final episode of the second season?
I don't know. I didn't get to that part in the edit yet. If we did, I'm always down to talk about Andre the Giant.
Well, no, because I think it was on a hangout, and
it was last night.
You
Joe Rogan had the snake on.
Oh yeah, That's where I watched a couple of those videos on YouTube.
Yeah, yeah. Joe Rowe, as I like to call him,
He was talking about taking down 2 cases of beer.
Had Jake the Snake on, and Jake the Snake was buddies with Andre the Giant. They were talking about how he could drink and sitch. He was just ridiculous. Well, he was the only human being that could do some of that stuff. Jake the Snake told the story. They said he drove him 80 miles, and in that 80 miles, he drank 2 cases of beer and didn't pee.
That's freaking crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, one or 2 beers max. To be honest with you, I'm okay as far as like filling up. You know, I'm done. You know, because
but a can of beer looked like a toy in his hand. You couldn't even see it.
Yeah, he could cover it.
Yeah, he could cover a whole can of beer.
That's incredible, dude. Have you seen those little mini beer cans that they sell like Budweiser does?
Yeah, the 7-ounces.
Dude, that's such a waste of freaking.
Sometimes you only want 7.
I guess.
My grandfather, this is my dad's dad, used to drink the pony bottles, and those were 7 ounces.
Oh, really?
Yeah, those are. I think a 7 ounce is actually like an old timey. Because if you go into like an old man bar and get a short beer,
yeah,
I think those are 7-ounce glasses.
Oh, dude. There's. I don't know if you guys are beer drinkers. Apparently, you might be.
Why would you say that? Dick.
Well, there's nothing wrong with beer. I mean, in contrast to all of the stuff that could be, I mean, I could have said, yo, heroin, you guys look like you're shooting up. You know, it's just beer, you know. Have you guys ever been to those, I guess, like little mini breweries where they have a list of different beers for $1, for instance, you can try, and they give them to you in the small?
Yeah, I've been to a few.
I love those, dude.
You mean craft breweries with a flight?
Yeah.
I don't have any that are $1 a beer, though.
Well, I'm talking about probably 15, 20 years ago. Just
Oh.
There's a spot I like to go to when I can. It's micro. Well, no, I don't think they brew their own beer. It's a bar, but they serve a lot of microbrew stuff and, you know, small batch stuff. And their beer list rotates by the keg sometimes, where you'll be sitting eating. They have really good burgers, and while you're eating, the waitress will come and like take the old beer menu and give you a new beer menu. And if they tap something that's whatever they deem to be special, they'll come around and be like, hey, we have this. We're, you know, letting you know if you want. We're giving a sample and whatever. I like to do that too. I don't go too crazy with it though. I do like the idea of variety because it's something I feel like my life has lacked.
You could get lit up with those little beers.
Oh, those short ones will put a hurting on you, especially when you get into the microbrew stuff, because it's all strong.
Yeah, dude.
When they're making that stuff, nobody goes, oh, we'll just have it be like, you know, low percentage of alcohol. Everyone's like, no, it's going to put a hurting on you too. Not only will it be delicious, but it's going to be 12% as well.
Yeah.
Some beers just make me sleepy though. Like automatic. I don't know what it is. They just make me sleepy. Not that I'm buzzed or anything or heavily sort of medicated on it, but it just you drink it and for some reason it just knocks your stuff in the dirt.
That's every beer for me.
Does it?
Yeah, the third beer you can serve me in the bathroom. The fourth one you can serve me in my bed.
Yeah. So are you a beer drinker, Bales?
I've been known to drink some beers.
I knew it. That's a filthy habit.
Yeah, it's a fattening habit, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Are you still exercising though?
Oh, I fell off the exercise train. I got to get back on it.
Was it helping though?
Yeah, I was feeling more energetic, slimmer, but Indianapolis threw it off, and then I haven't. Actually, it was before that I fell off it. That's when I was building that stupid pirate ship.
Well, what kind of exercises do you do?
I have an elliptical in the basement, and I have the BMX bike that I haven't ridden since I crashed it and broke my hand and some ribs. And I have free weights in the basement. So I'll rotate between the elliptical, and the free weights all winter, and then push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups.
Pull up.
Not the diapers, the actual pull-up bar.
Talking about exercise and pull-ups. Do you remember those ice creams that were orange
Push-ups.
ice cream? The push-ups?
Yeah, I do a bunch of those every day.
I eat 4.
Yeah.
I do 2 sets of 4.
Yeah.
No wonder you're not losing the weight, dude.
Yeah. Damn it. I knew it was something. Yeah, I got to get back on that train. I don't want to buy bigger pants.
Oh, dude.
Here we go with the big pants again.
Are you still in the 30 or have you reached the 40 waistline?
I think it's 32.
Oh, you're petite.
Yeah, you shop in the junior miss section.
Dude, you're petite, Bale.
Yeah, but all high school and college, I was 27.
Oh my goodness, listen to you.
So 27? I didn't even know that was an option.
So I'm 32, and it's a bit snug when I'm carrying.
These are 32s, and they're loose.
Carrying two 6-packs of beer around your arm.
You were 32s, Doc?
No, never.
No, when
I
I'm
haven't
carrying
worn 32 since I was a young guy.
When I'm carrying my sidearm, the belt, the button on my pants is begging for mercy.
You're telling me that
I
you're
gotta slim down.
You're so full of. You're 32.
Yeah, I'm a small dude.
I'm a 32 too.
What you are a tutu?
I'm a 32 in a tutu.
You are not a 32
in a tutu. I can't believe you. You're complaining about weight and this and that, and you hit us with a number that's like.
That's my waist size. I gotta lose like 20 pounds, maybe 25.
Oh my god! What are you, like these catwalk models that you want to be like a thin little wafer?
Yeah.
Are you, dude? You're insane, dude.
I want to be able to see my wiener without a mirror.
Well, okay, so I guess some people get the gut that goes over the waistline.
Right.
The Dunlap.
So I got, if the love handles start coming in, I'm like, oh god, I can't handle this. My face is a little puffy. Can't do that.
You know what you need to do?
Stop drinking.
No, for your puffy face, you're supposed to get cucumber slices.
I get a cucumber, but I think I'm doing the wrong thing with it.
No, Bales, you're not supposed to get the whole cucumber. You're supposed to slice it up in little piece, and then you put.
Oh,
with your hair up in the towel like you like to do.
Oh. Well, I could tell you my buttocks is very slim, so something's working.
Ew,
man!
Come on,
32s, man.
32s, baby.
Yeah, I don't know about that, man. That's.
Oh, I trust him. Why would he lie?
I mean, that's fine, but he said in high school you were 32.
No, he said he was 27.
27.
Jeez, I was 20. I was 29 in high school. And well, it kept going from there. But you also get, dude, you also grow and you expand, you get like the freaking, muscles and stuff. For you to have that kind of a waist, the 32 waist, dude, it's like, I don't see it.
You think I'm fatter than that? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I'm saying that 32 is, unless you are squeezing into those pants and just freaking, like you grab a clamp and you start ratcheting it together, and so, unless there's that going on.
Bales is like one of those girls that's been a size 0 her whole life, and there ain't no way she's buying a size 2. Get them on.
I'm walking around with a skinny.
Do you put your jeans on with like a pair of pliers?
No.
Well, you don't look like a Don Knotts. Remember Don Knotts? How he was a frail, thin. You don't look that way. So, and that's like sort of the skinny sort of. What do you call it? Thin bone. Is it thin boned? What do they call it? Like not heavy set, but like you don't look like that type of person. I think you're putting us on, dude.
No, man.
I'm
a small guy.
Wafer thin.
I'm pocket size like Julian.
Pocket size.
Yeah.
The woodworker in a thimble.
Thimble.
So what 32s, Eloy?
Oh yeah, easy right now. 32s all the way.
I would love to try on a pair of 32s and see if I could get them snapped.
Dude,
I bet you I could get them snapped.
dude, I don't. What
You
you
think
can?
so?
You
I
can
think I could get them snapped, and I could probably get them zipped,
Oh,
and I would blow them out as soon as I tried to sit. But I'm like a size 34, like regular pants when I'm out on the town, and I wear 36s to work because I need bigger pants that I can get my hands in my pockets.
hmm.
You know, so if I buy carpenter pants, those are 36s. But regular, like, you know, just jeans to go out and about, those are like 34s.
Well, I'd probably fit into them. Have you ever seen those pictures of how the Hulk wears his pants?
You're just gonna just rip them at the knee.
Yeah, because frankly, boy, I don't know what to tell you, but there's a definite energy drop from back in the day till now.
Oh yeah,
I mean, there's a definite energy drop.
yeah.
I mean, you guys agree or no?
Oh, for sure. That's why I go with coffee.
I drink a lot of coffee at work.
I drink a lot of coffee at life.
Well, there's what is it? Is it testosterone? There's like testosterone type pills, like natural, like they have
Yeah,
these things
the testosterone replacement therapy.
yeah.
That's gonna be a big thing as we get older, as our generation gets older. You're starting to see it now. Guys are starting to do it, like as they get into their 50s.
Really?
Yeah, it's becoming a thing.
It's going to become like new wave organic testosterone bars where we go in and
I want my hair
menu.
back. Yeah, I want my
We get-
hair back. Whatever we have to do, whatever I have to take, I'm willing to do experimental weird shit at this point.
Really?
Yeah, I think I am. Let's do it. Light it up. Turn the chia pet style. You can just whatever we got to do.
Well, we did grow up on high sugar candies and drinks and
Yeah.
everything you could imagine.
High fructose corn syrup.
Yeah.
So we should all start drinking Jolt again?
Oh boy.
Jolt Cola. It was like
I
tasted
never.
like Coca-Cola or RC Cola, but they didn't quite put enough of the water in it.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, oh, there's not enough water in here.
Were you guys? Do you guys have memories of sodas like Tab being
Yeah.
still in the stores?
You can still buy Tab.
Bull.
Yeah, you can.
Where?
ShopRite or something. At my old job, one of the guys I was working with came in the one day and he had Tab.
Holy smokes!
Do you know what Tab stands for?
I used to.
It stands for totally artificial beverage.
Does it really?
Yep.
Wow. They put it right there in your face and you still drank it.
Yep. Oh, I you know what? When my bud he bought a 6-pack and he gave me one and I let it get good and cold and I shot it down and it was disgusting.
Yeah, I don't remember it being good. That and RC Cola, they were never good.
I kind of like RC Cola.
You suck.
Not like not my favorite, but I have one every once in a while.
Back when I was a young kid growing up, sodas came in 8-packs and they were glass bottles.
And they cost a nickel.
I don't remember how much they cost, but it was 8-packs and they were glass bottles. None of this plastic crap. And I don't remember the cans either until I got a little older. But I remember those tall bottles.
See, I remember the short squat ones.
Well, we would buy if you wanted a Coke, you'd go. They had the cans, but you could go and get the bottles, and then you'd pop the cap, and you as kids, and you'd always look for the coldest ones and stuff. You'd frickin' chase those down, and then you'd go riding bike. It was just a lot of fun. So I remember the cans as well.
There was a local soda maker. Soda maker? What do you call it? I've never.
Soda jerk?
No, I think that was the guy that served it. This is a purveyor of soft drinks.
Yeah.
Anyway, when I was young, they sold quart bottles, glass quart bottles, and they had a pop top on them, like on a beer. So you had to get like the church key to pop it open, but then that was it. Once you had a quart of soda, so you had to throw that down before it got flat. They were good though. They had all kinds of different flavors.
Well, you guys don't know about what I'm about to tell you because of your locations, but Miami being the metropolitan place that it is with people from other countries and stuff. When you go down our soda aisle, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe you guys, so you have your Coke, Pepsi, 7 Up, Canada Dry, Sunkist, Mountain Dews, and all that other good, the purple, the whatever, the grape and all that. But we also have additional supplementary sodas from Colombia and all sorts of places.
I love that stuff.
So,
I love going through the aisle and trying all the weirdo drinks. Not
so
that it's weirdo stuff, but I've had a lot of that.
Oh, so you guys have it then over there?
In bigger markets.
Yeah, there's one called, I don't know what, it's the Colombian one, and it's like, it tastes like bubble gum and champagne at the same time. And it's a Colombian soda.
Is it tea berry?
No. There's another one that's Cuban. It's called Iron Beer.
Oh yeah.
Tastes like metal.
It's a guy, like a weightlifter, doing the bicep curl, and it's just another sort of, it's in between Dr. Pepper and Coke.
Iron beer. Yeah.
Type in Iron Beer so you can see what I mean. Tell me if you see it.
Uh-huh.
It's thrilling audio.
Doesn't matter. We'll truncate it.
Did you find it?
Beer?
Iron Beer.
Oh, here it is. Yep, soft drink. Yeah, my favorites though, going in those aisles is I like ginger beer.
Oh, ginger beer.
Yeah, I don't like the very, very sharp ginger beer though. Like if I'm getting reeds, I like the most mellow. Some of that stuff, I don't know how you drink it. It's very, very gingery. But my favorite is there is a Jamaican grapefruit soda called Ting, and that's my favorite. It's hard to find around here.
We have I always mention the Nicaraguan food because it's so freaking awesome, dude. I will not, it's just so freaking awesome. So now that's one thing it's really good stuff. Greasy, but what are you going to do? Well, they sell a lot of drinks that they make themselves in-house, and they're native to, Nicaragua. Well, they have this one that's called cacao. And their cacao is basically a watered-down milk infused with cinnamon up the yin-yang and some chocolate, but the mixture is just right where when you take a sip, it goes down and you feel all a little, and you just want more and more. They serve them in big ass cups like that. And it's good stuff. Nicaraguan cacao. Let me let my dog out for a second here.
Okay. So do you want to talk or you just want to wait for Eloy to come back?
What do you want to talk about?
I don't know.
Is that a silicone ring?
Yeah. Yeah. I have a metal ring, but I never wear it. Actually, strange. Well, not strange story. That's awesome, Eloy. My wife, not to air her, my wife had a twin brother who had passed in a car accident. So somehow, some way, they ended up with like a ring. Like I have a silver ring that some girl bought for him in high school or college or whatever, and that's actually my wedding ring.
That's weird.
It was like the free one. I don't know. To me, it was like, here, you want this? And I was like, oh, thank you. I thought it was just cool to have like a hand-me-down sort of, repurposed. Well, if not, this would have sat in a box forever. So I hardly ever wear it, though. I've gone with the silicone ring. I was always afraid of bumping it on a bus bar when it was metal. and shocking myself. But even more than that, because you can tape it. Like I was always the guy that put a ring of electrical tape around my finger when it was a metal one. But I was always afraid of it getting caught on something that was spinning. That was always way more of a like scary thing to me, that I would get my finger caught and ripped off.
Yeah, you have other fingers.
Yeah, but you know, that's a good one.
I guess.
Left hand's my holding hand. My right hand is my drilling hand.
Which one's your rubbing hand?
I ambidextrous, sir.
Ooh, that's a good skill to have.
Scratch.